You're watching TelecomTV from ONS North America 2019. And I'm joined now by Junlan Feng, who is Chief Scientist at China Mobile and General Manager of the AI and Intelligent Operations R&D Center. Junlan, thanks for joining us again on TelecomTV.
Welcome. Very happy to be back.
Well, we spoke about 6 months ago at ONS Europe.
That was back in Amsterdam.
Back in Amsterdam, exactly. And we were introducing the subject of AI then. So I'd like to pick up on what we were talking about then. Mm-hmm. When we talk about network intelligence, what do we actually mean?
Yeah, exactly. That's also the question I want to ask to the industry. I think that's where I see the problem is. Well, definitely AI is a ubiquitous technology you can use for any industries. So network definitely is the area I think AI will contribute a lot. Because given the new network, the 5G, the kind of services we're going to cover will be very complicated. So given that amount of work, AI will come in. I don't have zero doubt of that direction. But in terms of what is network intelligence, when you talk about network, you have the wireless, you have the transport network, you have the core network, and each part of the network is a complex system on its own, and each of the systems needs to work hand to hand. So when you put into AI technology in, you have so many opportunities or scenarios you can take advantage of AI. When I talk about AI, means you can use knowledge base, you can use plug-in data, you apply machine learning, deep learning, transfer learning, reinforcement learning of learning, lots of AI technology. Take out your data, consider your knowledge, and then generate a human level of intelligence. And now the challenge is not like it's hard for the industry to find a scenario, just too many. So I'm thinking the challenge here is we need a definition for network intelligence. Given there's so many opportunities, we cannot develop a technology for each of them. We need a layer of abstraction to define what's the nature of a network problem is. So given that nature of the problem, so we can decide which part of AI technology is good for the network intelligence. And if the current AI offering is not good to solve our problem, because most AI technology were developed for image, speech, data analysis, it's not for network. Maybe our challenge itself can drive another round of AI technologies. You cannot imagine without image processing, there won't be CNN, which is a convolutional neural network. It's a big thing in AI. So I'm thinking my personal view is the nature of our network challenge will also drive the AI technology to see this problem to improve. So that's why I keep mentioning whatever when I have the chance. Also, this chance is we need a common ground, which might be the data, might be the environment we put in, so we can collectively work on one thing.
So how, and I guess more specifically, where might AI be used in the telecoms network?
They are just, we have over 100 scenarios we already deploy. And that's why I said there are too many. Just to give you a quick example. For telcos, most operators have so many customers, especially for China Mobile. I guess we're one of the operator, perhaps the most, the operator who has most customers in terms of number. So customers will complain. Sometimes the complaint is about our network problem. So when you get that customer complaint, you have to understand what they complain about. It's just one case, or you have many people complain the same problem. And then you have to translate that speech into text, have human write down what the problem is. When people transcribe whatever customers complain, they lost the information already. And when you get that, you have to have the network operator deeply understand this, and then reach out to over 20 probably databases to pull up the data from customer. And then you localize, say, what is the problem possibly is, and then deep into and find how to solve it if they can detect. So for this whole process, now we have an AI agent. Just take speech, whatever you complain, and transcribe it into text so you don't lose the information. And then we use NLP technology just to understand what's the key problem, what's the key factors among not just one, among all the customers' complaints. And then we take that and then we reach out. So you have speech and a natural language, and you have the decision, then you automatically reach all the databases and pull in. And for building the model, we have the people who maintain the network. They have their years experience. We pour their experience into text and then put it into a knowledge base. So we take that knowledge base plus everyday business they run. So we generate this robot. Now the robot can just hear the phone call and solve the problem right away. To localize the problem and got it done. Now we still have a human in the loop in the end when you solve the problem, but save tons of human resources on this. Just to give you an example, there are too many of cases like this. That's why I'm thinking we need a layer of abstraction, but no doubt of the chances.
So, picking up on that point about what we need to do, how can the open source community, because this is ONS.
It's open source.
Yeah. How can the open source community contribute and help?
This is the way I'm thinking. So for 5G, for the new network, it's a huge change for this industry. So the telco industry used to be the hardware driven, now software driven. It's a new business model, new way of run business. It's quite complex. The amount of work, the expectation from whoever the market is too big. I don't think the cost is too high for any single one. You do R&D on your own. But lots of our problems are common. So when you come to this open source, we can solve the problem collectively as a way. It's not like vendors compete with vendors, telcos compete with telcos. It's like this industry compete with the other industry. We have to improve our efficiency. I'm thinking open source is definitely one of the solutions. We improve the efficiency of this telecom industry. So we can be efficient to deliver whatever people expect for 5G, and then we lower our cost, and then we can give the benefit to our customers. So other industries, they were based on this new network. So I'm thinking it's very important, and AI will definitely come in. So AI is the same thing as I said, there's too much work. AI should come in closely with the network, with orchestration, and making it happen, making it intelligent, not just automatic, make it intelligent.
So as we look to put the theory into practice, what are some of the challenges that we're going to face from going from theory to actual practical implementation?
Great question. I wanted to answer that question. So AI has lots of theory, but the AI algorithm, AI core technology is different from AI applications. When you put that application, you need a layer, sometimes quite heavy, a layer of engineering to work with the core. And then you also build your team to be that way. You have the engineering team work with the algorithm, the researchers. So working hand in hand on this. So that layer of engineering, I think is a challenge. And then the first challenge is I don't think managers or most people don't see this. They see the magic of AI. They don't know that layer work needs to be done. And I think that's a challenge conceptually and how the company operates. And when AI deliver the value, and another level is the AI has to be a closed loop thing. So that's why I always say this, AI application needs to be a living thing. It needs to improve itself on its own. So it has to have a closed loop. It gets the data, gets human intelligence plugged in, so it can improve itself. So I'm thinking those conceptually is a challenge. I hope the top officers, they all learn that. It's not easy thing. It's not a magic. AI is not magic. You need to work to put it into. And also engineering-wise, how we operate, how we organize our business with the core, this new technology is a challenge too. But AI itself, it is. We have great progress. I'm thinking still we have quite far distance really get to what we think is called general intelligence. Before that, just lots of work needs to be in.
And finally, can you summarize what China Mobile's vision is for AI and network intelligence?
So our overall strategy on AI is value driven. So we're not technology driven because there are always new technology, always new things. We're not a company like some technology giants trying to invent the new technology. We're trying to say, hey, there's nice technology. Can we really deliver the value? But our advantage is we have lots of data. We have the operation team. We know how to close that circle. I'm thinking that's our core value is. I think we have been pushing this AI into production for a couple of years. So given that, I'm thinking the companies, the managers, the way they run the business, they learn how to make it work. So I'm thinking that's a good thing. Strategically, we emphasize on 4 areas. One is network, and that's the most important. The second one is marketing. We already deploy quite a big, large-scale system for AI for marketing, for recommendation. And third is customer care service, and which are a lot. So we have the robots out. And security. Yeah, you hear the talk today on OS, lots of work on security. AI for security is a household topic for AI itself. And management. Management is the last one because it's not like our top focus. But so whenever we accumulate technology, whatever useful for our management, we will give to it. For example, the chatting, the human-machine dialogue, we use almost our accounting departments, our legal, and across the company to take it to help them.
Right. Well, Junlan, thank you very much for joining us again on TelecomTV.
Thank you. Enjoy.